The whole Mount Crazy thing really is to help people with motor neuron disease. Chris Chambers came to me probably about a year ago and said, look, I want to go to Everest Base Camp, do you think you can get some people to come with me? And I said, mate, well if you're keen, I'm keen, and all of a sudden we had 42 people wanting to do Everest Base Camp, which really blew me away.
I actually saw a lot of the guys do the MD&Me New York Marathon, and I just, as soon as the opportunity came up, I just thought, yes, I want in on this.
It's going to be one of my life dreams to go to Everest Base Camp. One day I'd like to summit it, so this is the first taste of it, see if I like it. And also, what better cause than to do it for the MD Foundation?
I think we're about to fly into the world's most dangerous airport, so it's looking fun.
M&D I've done a bit for over the years, big supporter. I knew Scott personally, and I just love the work that Olsie and the crew are doing and all the volunteers.
I have serious FOMO, so I didn't want to miss out. Motivation is to do something so outside of my world of anything that I've ever done before, and just an experience of a lifetime to do it with a good crew, and the opportunity came up.
And we've made it safely down onto the runway and looked to start this amazing trek for MND and me. And now it's a case of getting our bags, getting some lunch in, and heading off on the trail to pack things.
That was amazing! Oh my gosh! It was absolutely incredible. To be honest, got a little bit teary coming in because it was so overwhelmingly beautiful. Probably glad I didn't see that runway coming in, but yeah, pretty happy to be here.
We've just passed through a gate that apparently is the starting point of the trek, so it's all started now. A fun day ahead of us today. Today we're heading to Namche Bazaar. We've got probably about 7 hours of hiking in front of us, a bit of a break for lunch, and it sounds like a little bit of trickier, tougher hiking than yesterday over the last 2 or so kilometres. A steeper ascent, so that'll be something to test the legs out.
You are here at Monjo. So we started here this morning, packed things, and before that we flew in the Lufthansa. So we're halfway on the way to Namche Bazaar.
Pretty steep climb. Ben tells me 15-minute segments of steep climb, and then Namche up the top.
What are you looking forward to the most about today?
Oh, getting to Namche, definitely.
Well, this is it. The first real test of the Everest Base Camp trek. The famous Namche Hill at 2.4 kilometres long. We just cleared the Namche bridges, which is always good for people with vertigo like me. And now it's just a slow, progressive plod all the way up past the yak trains, the other groups, until we get to the first signs of the town and our place for resting up and getting a well-deserved sleep.
Right, it's one of the toughest things I've ever done. It's just that mental battle. It's one foot in front of the other. All I could hear was your voice in my head going, little sips, but often. Little sips, but often.
McLean, talk to me. How was that?
Yeah, it's good. A bit sore. It's sweaty.
I'm pooped, and all I kept thinking was women are made for childbirth.
2 horsepower all the way. I was just chatting to Max actually. I was very glad for a bit of practice up and down the front side of Powerful Owl. That was a bit like a 2.5 hour Kokoda day, so yeah, it was a pretty intense afternoon. Glad to be near the top.
We're just going to cruise along the river, I think, and I'm going to stay close to everybody. And, I'm not looking for bumblebees in any way, shape or form, and I won't be distracted, I promise.
I was just giving the boys some facts and figures. Just having a little crack at me about the kit that I'm carrying, that's all. There's not much, just a few things, clips, GPS, map, old school map, plenty of water. Away you go.
So here we go, Namche, heading up to Tengboche. First rise out of the town, and then we'll level off before we hopefully get our first view of Everest, and then finish the day with the big climb up to the monastery.
Better than yesterday. Yesterday was a bit rough. It was hard getting out of bed, but after a bit of porridge, yeah, no, can't complain.
We're in the middle of day 4 of the trek, and we are about a quarter of the way up the famous Tengboche hill. Not nearly as intense or long as the Namche one, but still, when you're short on oxygen and you're huffing and puffing, you pack on you, it gets the lungs going, gets the heart racing. But there's only one way to go, and that's to keep going up all the way to our destination for the evening, a beautiful monastery at Tengboche.
Awesome, Benno.
Enjoy that bit?
Hell yeah.
How was the day? Tell me about it.
Oh, she's a little steep. It's a little bit of an uphill. I really hate it when we go down, knowing that our altitude had to be higher than where we started. Just seems mean and unfair. But I hear rumours of apple strudel, and that with the beer is going to sort me out.
Oh, she was steep and she was hard, but everyone just kept walking, which is great. And we're here, so thumbs up.
We're going to go for a quick little blurt up a little hill, get the heart racing, and we're going to, it's a nice easy walk for most of the day, and then last part of the day we've got 2 hours, or about an hour and a half, fairly uphill, so it's going to be a nice easy day with just a little steep climb to finish it off. It's been amazing. Just so picturesque when the clouds open up. It's just, the views are amazing. It's such a great team, group of people, and yeah, the scenery is just out of control.
Up we go. Lobache's next. Looks like it might be a bit of a wet and misty day, but hoping that breaks soon. But tomorrow, base camp beckons. Very exciting.
Oh, we can see where we're going. We can see now where we've been. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, we just had a lovely lunch and then had to walk up a quite sizable hill. I think elevation was about 250 metres. Luckily we had a lovely tailwind driving us up. It looks like most people are up here now, and we're on our way to our dinner and accommodation stop, so pretty happy at the moment.
Situation report is it's awesome that there are no clouds around, and we are taking in these beautiful mountains.
And it is hot, damn hot, real hot.
But we're not complaining.
Not complaining too much. Yeah, we're getting there. A little bit to go, about halfway to Gorak now. So yeah, we'll get there slowly but surely.
The first group, unfortunately, lack of visibility, so they saw a lot of the person in front of them walking. We've had really great visibility, but it's just got colder. I suppose it's coming into winter over here. Look, the first group all made it up, which is, I think, is pretty special. Look at the stats. You know, you generally lose 20% of people to altitude sickness. They all made it up. So, you know, hats off to the people that have run this tour. Really great things with acclimatisation, making sure we're drinking water, taking the right drugs, etc. And at the moment, it looks like, you know, unless something really bad happens tomorrow, we'll have another 100% up, which is just absolutely sensational.
We are going to finally hit Everest Base Camp. It feels like it's been a long way off, and all of a sudden it's rolling, it's happening. Yeah, it's just been sort of out there, and we've been plugging away, and it's finally happening. We had blue skies for the first time in about 5 days, so it was nice to be able to look up, see that sunshine, and I think it put smiles on everyone's faces. I don't think we could have looked at another cloud at our feet for another day, so it was perfect timing, and it was quite magic actually.
I don't know. I didn't think I'd cry. I'm broken, I think. It's pretty amazing. I think Sol will be pretty proud and call us crazy.
Like I'm going for a nap after this. Oh, amazing feeling.
Well done.
There's a few moments where I didn't think I'd make this trip, but after powering through, I've realised that it's definitely worth the effort.
The last 6 hours were a lot of fun, very hard and very rewarding. To make it this far, to have put together what we've put together and have so many awesome people come together and support the work that the M&D and Me Foundation do, to make new friends, to consolidate old ones. It's been great, really awesome.
Mel, what's the journey been like?
It's been tough. The tears cracked about 5,000. But it's been very rewarding, and thank you for the opportunity.
Just a great trek, and really hard today to get here, and you know, very emotional at the last.
A lot tougher than I anticipated. Watching people go through the highs and lows of everything that they've done. Few moments I've had, just think back, and one of the reasons we're here is for people with MND. They didn't ask to get that shitty disease, and really suck it up, and every day you wake up and you forget what you did the day before, and it's a new day, and it's pretty amazing. It's quite amazing.
Here we are, Everest Base Camp. All 26 members of Team Orange, M&D and me made it. I couldn't be more proud. It was a tough day. We've walked a long way, but to see all the euphoric faces here has made it blown my mind. It's a very special and spiritual place. And look, again, I just want to thank everyone that's donated to the campaign. I haven't checked since I last looked, but it was 186,000, which is absolutely amazing. And we'll do a lot to help Queenslanders with motor neuron disease. So, you know, what more can I say? The emotions are getting the better of me, but amazing effort. And I really want to thank Ben and Best Life Ventures for making this happen. Without you guys, we'd still be back in Brisbane. And Chris Chambers, a special shout out to you for you know, planting the seed and driving it forward. So well done, mate. Thank you.